Welcome back to Soul Brothers.
If you're still listening, you're either loyal or you just forgot to unsubscribe.
Everyone remembers where they were on 1010.
40 minutes, that's how long it took. $19 billion liquidated. 40 minutes, 1.6 million accounts, puff, gone.
It starts at 1.
What the
Your Solana Ecosystem Call is today. The flight to New York is in 1 hour.
Yeah, where the f are you? The Solana Ecosystem Call is today.
Yeah, just can't leave a message after the beep.
Mother.
Hello?
Hey man, I'm trying to reach you since 20 hours. I'm in New York right now. We have the Solana Ecosystem Call today.
Hey,
And
got you again. You go leave a message after the beep.
Mother. Have you seen like an Asian dude? He's like this tall, a little bit chubby. His name is Eno. He has like a little mustache. He's a bit fat actually. Have you seen Eno? I'm looking for my friend. It's like an Asian dude.
Hey, Simon,
What the
you want some hot dog?
What?
Hot dog, man. There was this lady. She was like, "You want my hot dog?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll take the hot dog." You know.
Bro, what? Where have you been?
Market's been down. Kind of feels like a lot of our friends left. My wife.
I don't shit. We have the Solana Ecosystem Call today.
The what?
The Solana Ecosystem Call. We're hosting it.
The what?
The Solana Ecosystem Call.
Hey, man, we don't got a day. Let's go.
Hi, Becca.
Hi. Hi.
Bye, Becca.
Oh, hey, Mark?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good. You got the ties?
I got the ties.
Okay. Let's just get these things on.
Oh,
I always fuck this up.
Whoa, language. This is a family show.
Oh, sorry. Oh, we're live.
We're live?
Oh,
We're live.
all right. I might need your help with this.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Okay.
Oh,
Because this, my mobility is like a bit limited. Can you just?
yeah. I got you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get you a little.
Yeah, just tighten it up nice and tight.
Okay. How we feeling there?
Oh, thanks, Daddy.
Look good?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
how do I look? Look all right?
You look all right.
Look all right?
I
All
think
right.
we should. Yeah.
Okay. Man, oh my God. You ready, amigo?
Let's do it, bro.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, builders, believers, and ecosystem dreamers of all ages, we are so back! Welcome to the reboot of the Solana Ecosystem Call. We are filming live in the Solana Foundation offices in New York, New York. Look at this background. This is crazy. Vamos a romper la noche, mis amigos. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, be the change you wish to see in the world. And I wish to be and see immaculate vibes. Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Cash Donda, the best to ever do it. And as is tradition, we need you to keep the chat active. And let's just start with this. Tell us where you are watching the Solana Ecosystem Call from. We want to know. And also, get your fingers ready to smash that W key because we got nothing but back-to-back-to-back wins. My name is Eno, and I am the Chief Vibes Officer over at Sanctum. And I'm joined by my co-host, Simon, who I like to call Solana Schwarzenegger. Say hi, Simon.
Hello, everyone. This is extremely exciting, but you gotta dial it down a little bit. I'm fucking deaf right now next to you. Guys, the Solana Ecosystem Call is back. My name is Simon. I'm the co-founder of Solana ID and, of course, co-host at Soul Brothers together with my handsome friend next to me, Eno. And today, for the very first time, we're here to host the Ecosystem Call. Now, we have a full show for you guys today. So let me give you a quick rundown on what's actually happening here. We'll be taking a look at ecosystem wins, the best of timeline moments, and bird eye data is dropping fresh data and stats around Solana for us. We'll also have Vidor, the co-founder of Soulflare, on the show today, as well as Bangers with a very special bit. And of course, an overview of upcoming Solana and Super Team events. Now, if you're thinking about leaving early, you should stick around because we have a special giveaway at the very end for you prepared. And of course, we're kicking off the Ecosystem Call with Ecosystem Wins.
Our first ecosystem win comes from the Solana Foundation, who just announced the Solana Developer Platform. SDP makes it dead simple for any financial institution to build on Solana. Let's take a look. The Solana Developer Platform launched with over 20 infrastructure partners and 3 modules: issuance, payments, and trading. The issuance model lets institutions mint stablecoins, tokenize deposits, and real-world assets. The payments module handles on-ramp, off-ramp, and stablecoin flows. And the trading module covers atomic swaps, vaults, and on-chain FX. The first 2 are live today, and trading follows later this year. And look, enterprises aren't sitting on the sidelines because they don't see the opportunity. Our industry is complex and it's hard to know where to start. Solana is fast but unfamiliar, and SDP shows institutions how to launch on Solana without having to build everything from scratch.
Now, next up, the Solana Foundation launched something else together with Blockworks, and it's called Lightspeed, the first institutional-grade investor relations platform of its kind. Now, here's the problem it solves. Institutions, they want to invest in Solana tokens, right? So what's been missing is a structured, trustworthy place to actually act on that. Until now, due diligence meant digging through sketchy Discord servers and governance forums and random dashboards. Lightspeed fixes that. It's a professional environment with rich on-chain data powered by Blockworks infrastructure that turns raw on-chain activity into structured memos. Every Solana token with at least $100 million market cap is covered. With Lightspeed, tokens on Solana are ready to compete for institutional capital.
Our next ecosystem win comes from the Kingdom of Bhutan, which just became the first country in the world to issue long-term residency visas backed by a token on Solana. If you open an account with Bhutan's sovereign digital bank and use it to buy $10,000 worth of TER, their gold-backed token on Solana, you'll qualify for up to 24 months of residency in one of the most beautiful countries in the world. The best part, the absolute best part, your $10,000 of TER is fully refundable. 24-month visas backed by tokenized gold deposits is huge. A sovereign nation just made Solana a part of its immigration policy.
That is crazy. I gotta check out Bhutan. But before that, next up, we have SoFi, a nationally chartered US bank with more than 30 million customers, which became the first American bank to support native Solana deposits. Now, Here's what that actually means. If you have a Phantom wallet or Solflare wallet or any Solana wallet really, you can now send Sol directly to your SoFi bank account. It settles on Solana in seconds and shows up right next to your checking account, your savings, your loans, all in one app and one dashboard. This is not what Robinhood or PayPal do or others. Those give you price exposure. SoFi gives you real on-chain wallet-to-wallet transfers inside a federally regulated bank account. This has not been done before, and every other nationally chartered bank is right now looking at this, wondering when they should follow suit.
Everybody knows that Jupiter has one of the most intense shipping cultures in crypto. That might be the understatement of the year. This next win is yet another new product. It's called OfferBook, a peer-to-peer lending protocol for every asset on Solana. If you think about how borrowing works in DeFi today, you can only use a handful of well-known tokens as collateral. Traditionally, let's say NFTs, smaller project tokens, and long-tail real-world assets are too hard to price and therefore too risky to lend against. OfferBook solves this by removing price-based liquidations from the equation. You post collateral, agree on a rate and a deadline, and the smart contract handles it all. If the borrower repays by the deadline, they get their collateral back. And if they don't repay, the lender receives the collateral. No price monitoring, no liquidation bots, just a time-based agreement between two parties. That means that any asset on Solana can now serve as collateral.
Now, this is actually pretty cool, you know, but what is also pretty cool is that FlashTrade launched leveraged perpetuals on tokenized stocks just this week. You can trade Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, Palantir, AMD, and Amazon all on-chain, on Solana, with up to 20x leverage. And this is powered by X stocks from Backed Finance, of course. Now, FlashTrade lets you go long or short on Nasdaq stocks with leverage 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. No broker in between. Side note, Solana captured 95% of all tokenized stock trading volume last year.
Speaking of X stocks, they just partnered with NASDAQ and Payword to build the Equities Transformation Gateway, a direct bridge between NASDAQ's regulated equity markets and, get this, Solana DeFi. Traditional stocks just sit in your brokerage account. You can buy them, you can sell them, and that's just about it. You can't use them as collateral in DeFi, and you certainly can't move them across markets programmatically, and you can't do anything with them outside of market hours. The Equity Transformation Gateway changes all this by making your stocks fully programmable. You can use them as collateral, move them between Wall Street and DeFi, and settle instantly across both worlds.
Now, this next one is also extremely exciting. 00 launched Edge, a permissionless market data delivery platform that gives Solana validators and traders access to block data before it finalizes. I know this does sound like a handful, but it's actually quite simple. Think of 00 as a private highway to Solana. Instead of validators talking over the public internet, they connect through dedicated fiber. 40% of staked Sol is already on that network. 00 Edge uses multicast, a data propagation technology that has powered Wall Street for a decade. Now, Solana is the first blockchain to operate with multicast. This is actually huge. Right now, Solana's biggest validators see block data before everyone else. And that information advantage is centralizing the network. Edge and multicast fix that. Every validator on the network gets the same data at the same time. It creates a more level playing field for validators, and over 100 of them are already publishing threads to Edge since beta launched. We got Jito, Helios, Triton, Harmonic, the infrastructure backbone of Solana, really. They're all behind it.
All right, we got 5 more ecosystem wins to go. This next ecosystem win might just be my favorite. The creators of Wonderland and the best staking solutions on Solana are back with a delightful new product. Let's take a look.
What if crypto wasn't stressful or demanding? What if it was delightful? This is Sanctum app, and this is Albus. They're here to make holding crypto fun and guide your wealth journey on Solana. For a limited time, the Sanctum app is only available on Solana Seeker. Start earning up to 8% APY on your SOL. Introduce yourself to Albus and stack your first XP points, and look forward to more exclusive rewards coming soon.
That is right. The Cloudmen over at Sanctum just launched the Sanctum mobile app, and of course, Seeker users get first access. You can stake your SOL directly from the app. Current beta testers are earning around 8% APY on their SOL and can withdraw anytime with no lockups. And as a special bonus, you can start earning experience points. Your XP will stack the moment you make your first deposit. Sanctum is also rolling out Seeker Season. Seeker Season is an in-app campaign built around the XP system with exclusive rewards for the Seeker community.
Radium just turned 5 years old. This one actually feels personal to me because Radium was the first touch point that I had with Solana. The team launched in Feb 2021 when Solana had a fraction of the ecosystem today. And 5 years later, Radium grew to become a Solana beast. 1.1 trillion in lifetime volume, 360 million in revenue, 5.6 billion swaps, all on Solana. And late last year, Radium outtraded Uniswap on Ethereum to become the #1 DEX in all of crypto by monthly volume. When tokens launch, they land in Radium pools. When Jupiter routes your swap, over half of the time, it's hitting Radium's liquidity. 5 years, $1 trillion, and still building. Happy birthday, Radium.
Herbal, Richard, hope you're watching this stream. Huma Finance just crossed $11 billion in total transaction volume, making it the largest PayFi protocol in the world. What's PayFi, you ask? Well, the long and the short of it is that global payments are slow. A merchant waits days to receive funds, and suppliers sit on a 60-day invoice. Trillions of dollars are stuck in settlement limbo at any given moment, and Huma fixes that by connecting liquidity providers to payment institutions that need short-term capital to settle transactions right now. Loans last 1 to 5 days, capital recycles up to 100 times a year, and the yield comes from real payment activity, not speculation. 11 billion in volume, 3.4x growth year over year. This is what real-world finance in Solana looks like.
Now, the following story, ladies and gentlemen, will become Solana lore. I'm very sure of that. In January, Step Finance got exploited, unfortunately. $40 million drained from the treasury. Step shut down, and it took Solana Floor with it. And Solana Floor was the ecosystem's go-to independent news and data platform. And suddenly, just gone overnight. But the GT Foundation stepped in, acquired Solana Floor, brought back the entire editorial team, and relaunched it with full editorial independence. Brian Smith from Vidor put it very simply: when Solana Floor went dark, the ecosystem lost something hard to replace. The fact that Jito, a protocol focused on validator infrastructure and liquid staking, considers an independent newsroom a public good worth funding, says something about where Solana culture is really at right now. That's what the community does. When something breaks here, someone shows up and fixes it.
Last but not least, Meteora just launched the Dynamic Terminal, a complete redesign of their liquidity provider interface that looks and feels like a professional trading dashboard. Being a liquidity provider on Solana has always required a lot of context switching. You're pulling data from multiple tabs and then running your analysis elsewhere and then jumping back to manage your position. Dynamic Terminal puts everything in one place. Trading view charts, real-time P&L tracking, precise range controls, one-click rebalancing, the whole workflow in one screen. Meteora has processed hundreds of billions in cumulative volume, and LPs have earned over $1 billion in fees. Let me say that one more time for emphasis. LPs have earned over $1 billion in fees. If you can trade on Solana, you can bet your ass that you can LP on Meteora.
All right. This is all exciting stuff. And listen, if you out there are still sitting there and you're calling this a bear market, my guy, you're wrong. We had to cut wins this month. We literally could not fit them all in this section right now. Our mandate here is very simple. We want to showcase the biggest wins coming out of the Solana ecosystem every single month. No favorites, no politics, just wins. So if your project shipped something major, if you closed a round, if you launched something you're proud of, reach out to us. Or you can submit the ecosystem wins submission form, which is actually linked right here in the corner. Right there.
Where's the QR code? It's right. You want to point at it?
Yeah. Okay, it's right there. It's right. Where's this arm coming from anyway? All right. Enough real news, ladies and gents. Solana not only has the best builders, but also the best creators. Now, next up, we have a very special segment from Bangers and Orange. We gave them a camera and zero supervision, which you might call a bad idea, but I'm not going to spoil it. I will say this: Solana is forever.
Hi. Can I do 2 Happy Meals, 2 cheeseburgers, 2 sodas, a large fry?
How do you like the big natural card?
With Solana?
Solana?
Yes, of course we take Solana.
Thank you. Oh my god, the UX of these fries is amazing.
Mine's not working.
Oh, let me help.
Thanks.
Oh, you're still on XRP. Oh, let me help.
Thank you.
Good burger, right?
Delicious.
You know, you really need to switch your OS to Solana.
But my family, they're XRP army, man.
Times have changed, man. It's time to let that go.
I just don't want to disappoint them.
I get that, but Solana is private now. They don't even have to know. Look. Nobody can see us here.
Holy
Yeah. Come on, it's 2050. It's time to switch. Yeah, let me get you a private wallet to get started. My toy is so cute.
Yeah, mine's empty.
Well, that's because they're collectibles on Solana.
Welcome to Solana by the Numbers. I'm DJ from Bird Eye Data. My job is to look at what's actually happening on chain, not narratives, not speculation, data. So let's get into it. Solana is the home of internet capital markets. The thesis is simple. Make every asset tradable on one high-performance chain, and the data shows it's working. Tokens from other layer 1s like Tron, Zcash, Hyperliquid, Monad, and Avalanche are now trading natively on Solana. In fact, Monad was tradable on Solana from day one of its mainnet launch, and HYPE trading volume reached a peak of $47 million in a single day on March 9th. When a token from another chain finds its biggest market on Solana, that's where the liquidity is. And the composition of that trading has shifted. Meme coin share of DEX volume has dropped from 49% in 2024 to just 12% in February 2026. For the first time since 2024, stablecoin swap volume overtook meme coins. The meme cycle is giving way to something that looks more like a functioning capital market. Now let's talk about what's being traded. Solana is maturing. Solana's total real-world asset supply, not counting stablecoins, just hit an all-time high of $1.7 billion in February. A year ago, that number was $137 million. That's 12x growth in just 12 months. Leading the pack is on-chain US Treasury, followed by private credit and public equity. But the most interesting signal is on the lending side. Camino's prime market, it's now the largest real-world asset lending market in DeFi at $570 million in market size. Not just on Solana, all of DeFi. And institutions aren't just showing up on-chain. They're allocating to Solana through traditional financial instruments. Solana spot ETFs reached 2% of Solana's market cap in 18 weeks. By comparison, Bitcoin spot ETFs took 55 weeks to reach the same milestone, more than 3 times faster. That's Solana speed.
And all of that activity runs on one thing, stablecoins. February 2026 was historic. For the first time ever, Solana's adjusted stablecoin volume passed both Ethereum and Tron in a single month. $660 billion. That's 37% of all stablecoin volume. More than a third of every stablecoin transaction in the world touches Solana. Supply is growing too. It hit an all-time high of $17 billion in March, and what's more telling is who's choosing to launch here. Western Union is launching a stablecoin on Solana. Reserve is launching a stablecoin on Solana. BlackRock's build has tripled since January. These are among the largest financial institutions in the world. Which brings us to the most important question. What does all of this look like for payments? Solana processes more transactions than every other blockchain combined. Not more than Ethereum, not more than Tron, all of them together. According to Artemis, total payment volume on Solana hit $6.5 billion with a year-over-year growth rate of 755%. That's nearly 3 times the median growth of every other chain. Before I go, a small test. Which chain are the world's largest financial institutions choosing to build on? Which chain hit number 1 in stablecoin volume, $660 billion in a single month? And which chain processes more transactions than every other blockchain combined for fractions of a penny? That chain is Solana. This has been Solana by the Numbers. I'm DJ from Bird Eye Data.
Hey, Simon. I think it's time to roast a few of our friends.
This is the special section. This is the spicy section.
I'm feeling a little nervous.
Are you really?
Yeah. We should have renamed this to jokes we didn't write, even though we did write them.
Maybe just to like get some risk off, you know?
Yeah, it's a little risk off.
Yeah. But I'm ready for it. Like,
okay.
I want to do it, bro.
All right. Well, if you get offended, then grow a spine, because we're doing them anyways. All right, let's go.
Solflare announced a new feature called the Privacy Aggregator Layer, which lets you send crypto on Solana without revealing your wallet. I believe the technical term for that is money laundering. Somewhere in North Korea, Kim Jong-un saw that tweet and said, I am switching to Solflare.
Okay, you gotta loosen it up. It's official, everyone. The biggest super team in the world just launched. For years, Foundation said they would never, ever, ever do Super Team USA. But when Foundation says that they're never doing something, what they really mean is next quarter. I was speaking to Super Team USA lead Nikki last week, and he told me he's gonna make Solana great again. The fastest chain, the best chain. His first executive order is all Super Team USA bounties will be paid in Taco Bell and Big Macs, maybe a little In-N-Out.
Chase Bucker, we all know him, we all love him, a Solana Foundation OG, tweeted this week that Solana founders need to stay tough and focused. He said, and I'm quoting him right now, Solana founders historically were warriors and would do anything to win. Too many teams get comfortable vesting or whatever. So, naturally, we dug up this clip from a couple of months ago.
How was your period of semi-retirement?
I mean, honestly, man, like it's weird for anybody ever considering taking long sabbaticals when your entire identity is tied to work for 20 years. There's a lot of stuff that goes to your mind. Like, have a plan if you ever decide to do that, because I just honestly lost my entire identity for a few months. I mean, I was in Thailand, so I should have been like, yeah, maybe I'll like dedicate myself to Muay Thai or something, but it felt a little bit useless for a while.
So, look. If anybody was offended here, Chase was actually just trying to give you some life advice. Quit your job, go to Thailand with no plan, feel useless. Then come back to shitpost the ecosystem.
This next piece of news has been a long time coming after years of lawsuits, years of enforcement actions, and get we bet we investigating every little token he can get his cute little paws on. The SEC has finally released a clarification that Sol is not a security. I want y'all to say it with me if you are at the watch parties. Sol is not a security. It's a commodity like gold or oil or corn. So basically, the previous administration spent years providing exactly zero guidance. Let's count it, guys. Zero guidance. And then the next guy comes in and says, nah, It's corn.
Alrighty. On March 12th, a whale swapped $50 million of USDT for Aave tokens and ended up with only 324 Aave, which equals roughly $35,000. That's a 99% loss on one single trade. Aave's front end warned them about extreme slippage in a transaction confirmation box. And this whale looked at that warning and said, you know what, fuck it, let's go. Aave's official response was, and this is a real quote now, the final outcome was clearly far from optimal. Far from optimal? My man, the guy turned $50 million into a used Honda Civic. When asked about clarification, if the whale kept $50 million on their phone, the founder of Aave simply replied, yeah, $50 million on the phone? Can someone check if Kyle Samani is okay?
I think Kyle would be like the only person who would keep 50.
Probably. I think he's known for that.
The Solana ecosystem this week felt like a Thanksgiving dinner where everyone's mad, but nobody remembers why we're fighting. Dad won't stop talking about Pollock. Simon won't stop checking his phone. Your aunt tells you to grow up and stop wasting your life playing video games. And your uncle is rage baiting everyone at the table for his own amusement. And somewhere, Cash is in the corner tweeting, "Can I just say something without everyone getting mad? I actually like the Solana Foundation." But at the end of the day, this is a family, and real families disagree. You can't be close if you're hiding things from each other. We argue, we subtweet, and then we all come back next week and sit at the same table. So basically, Italo, take a chill pill, man. Relax.
In the latest episode of Vibu's obsession to list every shitcoin on Solana, we have basically Jesse Pollack coming to Solana Accelerate as a speaker. Now, if you're looking for a nice quiet room to lock in and get some real work done, he's speaking on the main stage at noon.
You know, we sent an invitation to Mert to make a special appearance, but he was too busy slamming beers and coding yet another Perps rapper sitting in a Zcash kimono. So, Zcash, this has been Best of Timeline.
Damn, good
Was
stuff.
that good? I don't know.
I think we're still alive. We're good. We're
I
good.
think we burned
a few people.
Yeah.
Chase, we love you.
Yeah, Italo's probably never talking to me again.
Whatever. But no politics, right? Just wins. Now the next section is a huge win. Because I actually like the format.
Yeah.
It's a great format.
Right. We have a very special interview with a very special guest. It was filmed over in
Serbia.
Yes. All right. So
let's do the interview with co-founder of Solflare, Vidor. Roll the interview. Let's go. He started coding at 12, built his first internet business at the age of 14, and ended up launching Solana's very first wallet. Solflare has 4 billion monthly active users, holding more than $16 billion in digital assets. The Solana wallet managed to establish an extremely positive brand, is known for valuing safety exceptionally high, and grew to become one of the largest companies on Solana by headcount. I saw that you started coding at 12. That's very impressive.
Yeah.
Is that because you didn't have any friends?
Let me see. Actually, one of my earliest childhood friends got accepted into this, like some computer course, something. And they all got a CD with some software. And that software was, I don't know if you remember, Macromedia Flash, Macromedia Dreamviewer, maybe some Photoshop. And he gave me that CD. And I started actually making Macromedia Flash video games when I was like 12, and like small websites using Macromedia Dreamviewer when I was roughly that age. So I would say friendship brought me into all of this.
How does a day look like for you right now? Like these days, because you're co-founder and CEO of Solflare, how does a normal day look like?
So I wake up. I obviously don't exercise as much as you do. Take less steroids as well, significantly less.
Yeah, don't take
wake up around 8 a.m., do some stuff around the house, get to work, go through my emails, go through Slack, go through Twitter. Imagine yourself having a day where you have a call with legal, a call with finance, a call with human resources, a call with engineering, a call with product, and a call with, I don't know, marketing. And then at the end of the day, needing to go to sleep thinking that you actually did anything.
So right now it's more big picture.
Mostly big picture, yeah.
A lot of useless stuff.
Well,
Simon says, say just.
Just.
Simon says, say use.
Use.
Simon says, say backpack.
Solflare.
So you started coding at 12.
Yeah.
And by 14, you were running your own web hosting company. Micro hosting.
Micro, yes. It's a bad Serbian spelling of micro.
What else is micro about you? Let's talk about Counter-Strike.
Let's talk about Counter-Strike.
Are you a terrorist?
Oh, wow. So based on the amount of compliance work that I do, interacting with regulated entities who've all done their due diligence on myself and the company, for their claims, I believe that I'm not a terrorist per what they see and they say.
So last week, Solflare encountered a $1 billion hack. What are you going to do with the money?
Well, if that happened, I would probably be driving a Bugatti, not a Porsche.
Moving forward on your career arc, before Solana, you were deep in multiple blockchains. Now, today, you stopped building on all of these and you're just on Solana. Why?
I think between 2016, when I first sort of discovered Ethereum, and sort of the years after that, where we've seen a lot of L1 blockchains emerging, there's been a sort of requirement to build stuff on platforms that are very unstable, that no one has built on before. And since we, and sort of my friends, core team back at the time, considers ourselves to be so good with technology, we've seen ourselves to being the right people to do that. So our sort of strategy back then was, okay, let's try being within the first 50 builders of any L1 blockchain ecosystem that came about. We joined, then we sort of, in those like Discord servers, we found some of the early investors of those blockchains. They also always had ideas how they can, like what can be built on this blockchain that's substantially different than the other blockchain. And my team, we sort of acted as like a dev shop, like a really focused dev shop, made those dreams essentially come true.
Another interesting innovation, this is more recent now, Solflare Shield, where your private keys live in a hardware device. I've never seen a similar product. What is the main difference here to these other products, and how does it actually work?
Solflare has integrated, I think, 2 or 3, depends how you count, hardware wallets.
We need to take a quick break from our sponsors. Just give me 2 minutes, because we're not doing this for free here. So, just gonna...
Yeah.
Someone was sending you messages there. You might check who that was.
I'm gonna cut that out. You were saying?
So, okay, Shield. We're crypto power users. Everyone within Solflare is essentially a crypto power user. Solflare has integrated multiple hardware wallets inside of its support for it. It put us in a sort of unique position for us to be the first line of every feedback related to hardware wallets. And then it sort of made us think about, okay, what's really the security model here? What do the other hardware wallets optimize for? And how can we make this a seamless experience? One of the wow factors that we, sort of the wow moments was when we figured out that like a physical card, like a card form factor that you sort of pay at the convenience store, it has a really sophisticated CPU processor chip inside of it that can essentially both securely generate keys and securely sign transactions on the card itself. Crazy, that's amazing. And then once we figured it out, we said, okay, let's try to make the best, most approachable, best user experience, most convenient hardware wallet.
I'd love to use that card. When are you finally going to fix my bug that I have in my Solflare?
Which bug do you have in your Solflare?
Everyone in your team knows about it, but no one helps me.
Tell me.
I click the card icon and it says error. I can show you. There's people that want to spend money.
Do you know why? Because we run AML checks. Maybe you're a terrorist, I don't know.
So I found this tweet of you from like some time ago. It says, tried Phantom today. UI is actually clean. Might switch. Do you want to comment on that one?
So UI actually clean, that's a true statement. Might switch is a false statement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look,
yeah,
they're doing a good job.
Okay.
We're doing a good job.
I see.
We're competing for a similar market.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own twist. We have our own twist. I would say that between of us, we're friendly. My PR agency is so proud of me right now. It's like
I have
all PR training is kicking in, you know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I have a quick game now. I say a word, and the first word that comes to your mind is what you're gonna say.
Okay.
Okay, quick fire. One word, okay? Jupiter.
Melania.
Phantom.
Brandon.
Backpack.
Armani.
Gucci.
Gucci.
Toli. Ledger.
French.
Simon.
Says.
Now, Vidor, coming to an end here, I have one more question. You donated 45,000 Serbian dinars to charity in 2021. Do you remember that moment? 45,000 Serbian to a charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that?
I do a lot more, but it's probably not documented.
That was about 20 US dollars. That is very generous of you. Do you plan on donating again?
I donate, but I don't talk about it.
Last question.
Where did you find that fact?
Last question. No.
We donated hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You don't talk about that?
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
When people hear your name, Vidor, Andrea, Genza, what do you want them to think of when they hear Vidor? What do you want to be remembered for?
We had this discussion recently with the team, and I think our goal here is to have a solid attempt at building some sort of legacy. And if someone were to talk about me in that regards, tens of years in the future, I would like to be the guy who sort of, the kid that reshaped finance.
Cool. That makes sense. What are the next moves for Vidor and Solflare?
We have a lot of moves. We're releasing a lot of stuff, we're shipping a lot of stuff, we have a lot of people, so like, it's crazy. Sometimes it's even hard to keep track.
Vidor, this has been a pleasure. Thanks for coming and joining us today. So I hope you had a good time with us as well. And just please, could you just clean this for me?
Yeah,
Danke.
Sure.
Welcome to Solana Around the World, powered by Zupa Team. You know, if you chat with other ecosystems, it's clear that they're missing something. I mean, to be fair, they're missing a lot of things, but what I'm talking about is something deeper. They ain't got no Riz. Riz, Simon.
No Riz.
No Riz at all. You know, and it's sad. I feel bad for them, you know, and that's what makes Solana so special. In fact, my gateway drug into the Solana universe was Super Team. Super Team is a cheat code. Super Team is global. Super Team is your way to connect with literally anybody in Solana, from Tokyo to Miami, Lagos to London, Seoul to Berlin. Your net worth is your network. And that's what makes Solana so special, why we have so much Riz. Super Team gives you access to a world-class network from day one, and you Yes, you can be personally connected to capital, to mentorship, to world-class talent, as long as you have the persistence and the ambition to take the first step. And it's just one step. You must go to your local super team meetups. We have over 26 meetups all around the world just in the next month. I'll tell you a little bit more about the local super team meetups, but first, a little context. The Coliseum Frontier Hackathon will be running next month from April 6th to May 11th. If you're not familiar with Solana hackathons, you are definitely missing out. Solana hackathons are the biggest hackathons in the world with over 80,000 builders from over 150 countries. Winners of Solana hackathons have gone on to raise $600 million in venture funding, and Coliseum backs the best teams with $250,000 each and world-class mentorship. This is an amazing opportunity for anyone with a dream, an internet connection, and high agency. So, what's the best way to participate? It's Super Team. And as I said before, we have 26 meetups all around the world. And, Super Team lead Aditya Shetty asked that I talk about each of these events. And I'm sorry, Aditya, I just can't. I literally can't. It's 26 meetups. So instead, I'm going to speed run all the countries that are having events. Network School, hosted by Balaji and SNS, Berlin Build Station in Germany, Madrid Build Station in Spain, Ukraine Build Station, Amsterdam Build Station in the Netherlands, Canada Build Station, shout out to the Maple Syrup boys, the Garage in São Paulo, Brazil, the Brave Kickoff in Tokyo, Japan, India Build Station in Mumbai, UAE Virtual Meetup, stay safe guys, love you Alex. By the way, Super Team UAE was my first exposure to Super Team. I owe them a great debt of gratitude. The National Solana Hackathon in Kazakhstan, SG Builder Bootcamp in Singapore, Coliseum Pre-Accelerator in Malaysia, London Build Station in the UK, a virtual Solana pitch contest for Super Team Poland, the Solana Startup Competition in the Balkans, my man. The Shipyard Hackathon in Turkey, the Nepal Build Station in Pokhara, the Solana DApp Workshop in Pakistan, the Solana Warm-Up Hackathon in Seoul, South Korea, 안녕하세요 여러분, 한국 가서 소주 한잔 하시죠, 대한민국 만세. The Indonesia Startup Village in Bogor, the Nigeria Startup Village, you know how we give it up for Niger and Lagos, how you day my G's, and last but not least, the Pitchathon Talent Hub in Ireland. And that has been Solana Around the World.
Thanks, that wraps up the ecosystem call already. But we're not done yet, because there's one special thing we need to do at the end right now, We prepared a very special giveaway for this one, actually. Yeah. Over the last few weeks, we've been working with Solana Spaces on an exclusive giveaway. We're proud to announce the launch of the Solana Spaces Jewelry Collection.
These chains are limited to a few pieces, and you can pre-order them on solanaspaces.com. You can scan the QR code to get one, but we're going to be giving away one of these pure silver Solana chains to a lucky viewer. They're handcrafted and casted by a master silversmith in the United Kingdom. It took weeks to design, iterate, and perfect these heritage pieces. Shout out to KRZ. Thank you so much, my man. And if you don't know Solana Spaces, they're the ecosystem's unofficial, official lifestyle brand. They specialize in pop-ups, merch, and cultural activations at every major Solana event, including Apex, Accelerate, and Breakpoint. If you're looking for physical distribution and cultural mindshare, Solana Spaces is the partner for you. What was that website again, Simon?
That is solanaspaces.com.
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 So you can pre-order these babies, or you can win one of these beautiful chains. But before we go, we're going to tell you how to win one of these beautiful chains. We have yet another giveaway. You can also win 3 custom Solana Ecosystem Call branded Soulflare shields.
From our sponsors, just give me 2 minutes because we're not doing this for free here. So just gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. So you got to sign up to the Luma, follow Solana Spaces and Soulflare on Twitter, and tweet about the ecosystem call. That's just about it.
Almost. You can also scan that QR code here in the corner down there. It shall be in the right bottom or left.